So we've arrived at Croft circuit, ready for the Club Enduro round 2 here. A little bit windy in the paddock, just starting to spit with rain now, and I've got the boys prepping the car, ready for scrutineering. So stay tuned, I'm going to try and bring you a vlog throughout the day, show you how we get on, maybe some onboard footage, so thanks for tuning in. Scrutineering, everything went well. We actually got a 9.5 out of 10. I don't know what they use that point scoring system for, but that must be good, right? We're just getting ready for qualifying now. We're going out in about 30 minutes. There's only one slight problem. We've weighed the car on the scales in scrutineering, and we're actually 42 kilograms over what we should be, and we haven't got scales at home. But we thought we managed to lose enough weight. Turns out we haven't, so 42 kilos over is an awful lot, but it's an endurance race, so it's not over until we finish, and at first you've got to finish, so give us something to do after this round, of course, and there's probably plenty more to do, but really looking forward to it. Going out in quali half an hour, as I say, and then we've got the race, which is coming up at 2:40 today.
The rain now well and truly moving in as we head over to a qualifying session for the main event. This is the Club Enduro Championship. The cars, hopefully before too much longer, will be heading out onto the circuit. So back over to you, Ian and Josh.
Thank you very much indeed, Andy. Yes, we are going to move on next to qualifying for the Sequential Club Enduro Championship. It's going to be a 30-minute session for these cars ahead of a 3-hour race.
You see on our stream now, the car's heading down towards Tower. You see the Ranger cars, you've got Mazda MX-5s just going through there. That's the last car actually going out of the assembly area. This is the size of the grid here. And then the next car through is the car on the first of the flying lap. Going through is Joe Taylor. He's making his debut in the series this weekend, and his Lotus Elise, a car that he raced in the Lotus Cup and won in last year. He's upgraded that car to endurance spec. He's been vlogging about it on YouTube too. So that is a very good effort indeed, but we've heard that this track is very grippy even in these conditions, and that lap time has actually already been beaten by Joe Taylor making his debut this weekend in that Lotus Elise. He's gone half a second quicker.
I want to know what the size of this was.
Andy, so Joe Taylor has gone to pole position while we're here. So 134.1.35 for Joe Taylor with the Elise. Will Ashmore now has gone to second place in the car he's sharing with Robert Taylor. That's the BMW E36 Compact.
On the quickest, Joe Taylor dropping to third, who was pole a few moments ago. Andy Marston has just jumped to fourth quickest, and he enthralling race because the times as well are so close.
Yeah, quick rundown on those times. Then Luke Sedgwickowski And David Whitmore on pole with a 1:32.84. Second fastest Richard Bacon, number 60 on a 1:33.10. Third fastest with a 1:33.28 was Andy Marston. Fourth fastest number 6, Carl Swift and Rob Baker, 1:33.33. Fifth fastest number 77, Joe Taylor, 1:33.57.
So I've literally just jumped out of the car from qualifying. It's a really tough session. It rained heavily just before we went out of the assembly area, and luckily I got there quite early, so I was fourth in queue to get out on the track, try and get some heat in and see if I could bag some laps in while there was no traffic. Then the problem came in the last section of the circuit, which I think they call the complex, just after sunny in, sunny out. You need second gear because it's so slow, and you've got to pull off that hairpin in second gear, and unfortunately I can't get second gear. Looks like it might be the synchro mesh in the gearbox that's just not allowing me to do it, but it just locks up and you just cannot get in second gear at all. So otherwise we come P5. I think the top 5 were all within a second of each other, and I certainly had time in the bag as well, so all is not lost. We just have to adjust how we drive the car and what strategy we do during the race, because you know I'm going to get mugged on that last complex section. Maybe if I can try and get in a little bit quicker into sunny in, sunny out, you know, and just sit there, who knows. But I think we've got about 30 minutes till the official brief, and about an hour and a half or something like that till the race. So obviously we're here, we're going to go out in the race, and we're just going to do our best. So
your mirrors, please be aware of what's going on around you. Faster cars, it's your duty to find a way around the slower cars.
Next up, it's the big one, the main event. The second round of the Club Enduro Championship is just a few minutes away. The cars are heading out to the assembly area now. A packed grid, 45 cars due to race for 3 hours around the Croft circuit. Weather is still questionable as well. It's going to be a fascinating afternoon of racing.
So the cars being released out onto the circuit for round 2 of the 2019 Tequila Club Enduro Final car on the grid as they come up towards the line. The safety car pulls in, and the race for 3 hours is about to get underway. The red lights go on, the cars head towards the line, and the red lights go out now, and away we go. And it's a good start by the Honda Civic Type R of Carl Swift then, as they head down towards Clervaux Corner for the first time. This big grid, 41 cars, the biggest ever at Croft, turns in towards Clervaux Corner for the first time, and it's the number 7 car of Andy Marston that's there in second place at the moment. It's a busy field heading through Clervaux Corner for the first time, and I think most people realising that they're not going to win this race at the first corner, or even on the first lap. So it's Luke Schlevitz that has the lead at the moment, from in second place the car of Andy Marston.
Through their side-by-side action, because Joe Taylor's getting the better of Richard Bacon, but the BMW with more power gets away.
And there's a fire on board the number 16 set Cooper of Rob Smith as well. That car absolutely in flames as it heads down towards Clervaux Corner.
Colquitt side-by-side behind. You're not seeing this on the stream at the moment, but Joe Taylor's going right round the outside of Richard Bacon. You are now, and they are arriving at the hairpin absolutely together. The Lotus along the inside of the BMW, and Joe Taylor goes through, but the BMW's got more power in, so let's see what happens down the start straight.
Well, they have spent a lot of the first 2 laps of the race side by side.
And there was a change, wasn't there, because Joe Taylor got past Richard Bacon at the restart. Let's see if he can hang on to that. Joe Taylor then, he's quick through Tower Bend, isn't he, in this light Lotus. He was a successful driver. Joe Taylor goes up the inside of Andy Marston. We'll go back to that in a moment. Jason Taylor doesn't go through. So Danny Hobson started 28th, he's up to 11th now, he's absolutely poor. Let's see what Joe Taylor can do. He's challenging Andy Marston, he's going to try and come right round the outside of the complex, can't do it. Richard Bacon was sideways behind. We said this was Joe Taylor's going round the outside of Andy Marston. He can't quite do that though. Still side by side, the power of the BMW of Andy Marston will keep him ahead of Joe Taylor. Great racing here.
Yeah, but now you've got the very determined Joe Taylor, number 77 in the Little Elise looking set.
But now here comes Joe Taylor again into Parkcroft, looking to the inside of Marston. This is where it's wet, you can see the spray.
There they come, and at the hairpin he has done it. Joe Taylor has gone through. Now is he going to be able to hold it? Of course he's not, because Andy Marston in a straight line, seventh there in second place. Taylor in third, but I don't think we've seen the end of this fight.
The complex, here come the leaders, and Joe Taylor once again is going to get alongside Andy Marston. Is he up towards the hairpin? He's up on the inside this time. Marston tries to shut the door. Joe Taylor keeps coming. Joe Taylor into second place, but Andy Marston may well fight back on the run up towards Clervaux as that BMW M4 gets 21. And here we can see it on the screens now then, 40 minutes already into this race. There's just 600ths of a second between the top two, with the Porsche Cayman and Lance Gold holds on then, ahead of Joe
And they're
Taylor.
treating it almost like a 1 hour race.
With the rest are pitted. But it's Gould and it's Taylor, it's nose to tail, it's the Porsche and the Lotus.
This is the battle for the lead through the hairpin, and it's still the Porsche just ahead. Really evenly matched, these cars, aren't they?
The reason we were looking at Sonny, because there's a change for the lead. Joe Taylor goes past Lance Gould and he's started to pull away. And Joe Taylor has got there, he comes then out of the chicane.
That time through Martin said comes in the 135, Taylor in the 130, high 132. So before much longer, actually, Joe Taylor is going to lap these for a second time.
And Taylor can see these cars now. A super impressive drive so far. This has been Joe Taylor. The longest he's raced before. There he is in his Lotus. He's half an hour in the Lotus Cup races. So he's already done double that. And this is why Joe Taylor did not want to allow Cole Swift to pass him and go on to the lead lap. Also, it is the race leader, Joe Taylor. Of course, this will put Cole Swift onto the lead lap, won't it?
And into the pits comes Joe Taylor. Joe Taylor then, who was effectively in second place, comes in to make a pit stop.
That doesn't seem scheduled to me either.
As we're looking at Joe Taylor's car now, we've got the left rear off that car, so I would think with some kind of suspension concern there.
Joe Taylor out the car too.
It does look as if Joe Taylor, sadly after what's been a really good drive, is out of the race. It'll be interesting to see if Andy McEwen can get a word with Joe, perhaps after he's got the helmet off and calmed down a little bit, because no doubt he'll be very disappointed to be out of the race.
Thanks, Josh. Well, Joe, you're in the pit lane, not where we wanted to see you. It was all going so well.
Yeah, it's fine. I was comfortable out there, really. Holding the pace well. Car felt good. I think it was about 50 minutes in, I reported a bit of a humming noise from the rear left wheel. And then I was just coming into Sonny in here, and it felt like the wheel had come off, and we just found out we've got one stud left on the car holding that rear left in, so they've snapped, 3 of them snapped, which is, we've never seen that before, but it's our first round for Enduro. This round was to find out whether the car can hold it, and it's the wheel studs that let down, so not to worry. I've enjoyed myself, and we got an hour and a half in, and we'll come back next time.
You're remarkably calm for a man who's just described the sensation of feeling like the wheel fell off at the fastest part of the circuit.
Yeah, I just feel really at one with the car, to be honest, just dancing it round, and yeah, I think just stay calm in the car. There's nothing you can do about it. It's nobody's fault, and we've had fun, and I think we showed the sort of pace that we've got. And if the car holds together, I think we would. I think we did really well, because we were comfortable out there. So tyres held up well, and we only had to do fuel stops really, and that was it. But hey ho, on to Spa.
All right, bad luck, mate.
No worries. Thank you very much. So you join me in a place where I don't want to be right now, and that's at the back of the pit lane. Unfortunately, an hour and a half in, pace was comfortable, car felt good, and I came into the Sunny Inn complex around the back of the circuit, and 3 wheel studs snapped on the near side rear wheel. Which caused us a pit stop. We came in for the pit stop, and they were sheared clean off to the hub. So unfortunately we couldn't even change the studs and get back out. So disappointing, but we've got the pace. I was just getting absolutely nailed on the start finish straight and on the straight sections. You'll probably see it on the footage if I can get some of the live footage dubbed into this video. But I'd come out of the hairpin, and I'd get off the hairpin quick, and then the guys would just mug me in the BMW M4s and the Cayman, and I think we were just about the slowest power-wise in our class, which is not good, but the car handled beautifully around the rest of the circuit, and that really helped, and it meant that I could keep a really good pace that most of the other guys couldn't keep consistently. So hey ho, we've learned something. Let's have a look at these wheel studs, see what the problem is. Let's lose a bit more weight. Got no dampened spirits here really. Boys have done a fantastic job, really proud of them. and it's really, really hard work for the mechanics, to be fair. There's a lot to do, an awful lot to do. Chris and Tiff have done an amazing job. Coming ready for the pit stop, they were ready, they got all the gear on. You know, can't thank them enough for coming to support me. It's really hard work for them. Might be hard driving the car, but I'm just the driver at the end of the day, and I wouldn't be here without the team, so big thanks to them. We're going to pack up now. The car's sitting there in the background, as you see. I'll just let's just show you these wheel studs. So that's it really. Chris managed to fix the second gear issue that we had in qualifying, and there she is. Bit of a battle scar. That's nothing, that'll rub out that well. So how did you find this first round then, Chris?
Enjoyed it, it was good, we was on the pace. Shame to have a mechanical failure when it's no one else's fault, it's something that can't be helped, it's just a bit of a kick in the teeth. First pit stop we've ever done, went well.
We'll just forget to mention the no one set the timer, and we sat there for about 4 minutes.
That wasn't my job, but for me it went well.
Yeah, I was going to say, for Chris it went well. I forgot to set the timer, and Tiff, who's on the backup, he forgot to set up his backup timer. So we were in the pits the first time round, sitting there, literally not knowing if we'd done 3 minutes or not. So I think we were over quite a lot just to be cautious, so we didn't pick up a penalty. But
yeah, it's quite funny on the pit wall, watching the cars come through, and you couldn't actually see Joe. And he was like a little tadpole, and he's trying to grab his toes, darting behind, and oh, there he is. You think, oh no, where is he? Your heart goes, and then all of a sudden he's just hiding behind him.
We could go around the outside or the inside on the brakes, and the only thing we couldn't do was get on the gas and get the power down, because there isn't a lot of power. 750 have put on a great event, and Croft has claimed a few victims, shall we say. I even think there was a car on fire behind me at one point, but I'm just happy we've got the pace, you know. Good, it don't matter because it's ain't live, but I'll just say some things and then I'll cut and edit it, do you know what I mean?
I'm serious, to see me have a go.
Just want to say a big thanks to Tiff for coming along with us this weekend. It's his first time out racing with us actually. You need two guys for the pit stops. It's our first time, our first pit stop today. At least we managed to get a pit stop in, which was good, really hectic, but yeah, did you enjoy it, Tiff?
Yeah.
We're going to check out now. Please subscribe, like the video, and we'll see you next time at Spa in Belgium. Cheers.